In a time long forgotten, the echoes of chivalry and love resonated through the valleys of ancient Britain. Here, the legendary King Arthur and his noble knights set forth on epic quests. Breathe deeply and let the gentle whispers of their stories guide you into a tranquil sleep. King Arthur, born of noble blood, was destined to unite the kingdom of Britain. His journey began with a mysterious sword, Excalibur, which was bestowed upon him in a moment of magic and fate. Imagine the glimmer of the blade as it emerged from the stone, a symbol of his rightful claim. Once crowned, Arthur established the Round Table, a place where knights gathered, bound by honor and loyalty. It was here that legends were forged and tales of bravery and camaraderie flourished. Picture the knights, clad in shining armor, sharing stories and oaths of loyalty. Among these knights was Sir Lancelot, renowned for his unparalleled skill and courage. Yet, it was his love for Queen Guinevere that brought both light and shadow to the kingdom. Imagine the secret glances they exchanged, filled with desire and sorrow. As tales of valor spread, so did the challenges. The kingdom faced threats from external foes, including the formidable sorceress Morgan Le Fay. Picture her darkened castle, shrouded in mystery, as she plotted against Arthur and his knights. With each challenge, the bond between the knights grew stronger, showcasing the essence of friendship and loyalty. Together, they embarked on quests to find the Holy Grail, a symbol of divine grace and eternal life. Visualize their journeys through enchanted forests and mystical lands. The quest for the Holy Grail was not merely a search for a relic, but a journey for personal redemption and spiritual enlightenment. Each knight faced their own trials. Imagine the moments of solitude, contemplation, and growth along the way. Amidst the trials, Arthur's leadership was put to the test. He navigated through betrayals and alliances, striving to maintain peace in his realm. Picture the weight of his crown as he made decisions that would shape the fate of his kingdom. Yet the heart of the Arthurian tales lies in the love stories that intertwined with the quest for honor. Guinevere and Lancelot's forbidden romance became a tragic legend, echoing through the ages. Imagine their hearts beating as one, yet torn apart by duty and honor. As the years passed, the kingdom began to crumble under the weight of betrayal and conflict. Sir Mordred, Arthur's own blood, turned against him, leading to an epic battle that would alter the course of history. Picture the clash of swords and the cries of knights in the heat of battle. In the final moments, Arthur faced Mordred at the Battle of Camlan. Their duel was a tragic culmination of loyalty and betrayal, where love and honor clashed. Visualize the intensity of their confrontation, a poignant reminder of the cost of ambition. As Arthur fell, his loyal knights mourned the loss of their king. Yet, the legend speaks of his return, whispering hope for a brighter future. Envision the soft glow of Avalon, where Arthur rests, awaiting the day he will rise again. Arthur's legacy lived on through the stories shared around fires in darkened halls. The tales of bravery, love, and sacrifice became etched into the hearts of those who came after. Picture families gathered together, sharing the magic of his story. The Arthurian legends remind us that love can be both a source of strength and a cause of profound heartache. They teach us the values of honor, loyalty, and the importance of our choices. Let these lessons wash over you like a gentle tide, soothing your mind. As you drift off to sleep, remember the echoes of those brave knights and their tales of chivalry. Let their spirit guide you through your dreams, filled with adventure and love. Picture yourself in a world where honor reigns and love conquers all. Now, as the stories of King Arthur fade into the gentle night, may you find peace and comfort in your dreams. Embrace the whispers of the past and let them cradle you to sleep. Good night, dear listener. As the moon glows softly over Camelot, we find King Arthur, the noble ruler, pondering the fate of his kingdom. The Round Table stands as a symbol of unity, where knights gather to share their quests and dreams. Each knight, chosen for his valor, embodies the virtues of bravery and honor, forging bonds that would last through time. Among these legendary figures was Sir Lancelot, the bravest of all knights. His heart, however, was torn between duty and love, as he found himself captivated by Queen Guinevere's beauty. Their secret glances and whispered conversations filled the castle corridors with a bittersweet melody of love that would echo through the ages. But amidst the romance, shadows loomed. The envious sorceress Morgana plotted to disrupt the harmony of Camelot. Her dark magic threatened to unravel the very fabric of friendship and loyalty among the knights. In the quiet corners of the castle, whispers of her intentions began to circulate, raising concern among the Round Table's members. Despite the brewing storm, the knights rallied together, embarking on quests that would test their courage and resolve. Each adventure brought them closer, weaving tales of bravery that would become legends in their own right. As they rode through enchanted forests and crossed treacherous rivers, the spirit of chivalry shone brightly. One such quest led Sir Gawain, known for his unwavering loyalty, to seek the fabled Green Knight. The challenge was not just a test of strength, but of honor. As Gawain approached the mysterious figure, he felt a mixture of fear and determination, embodying the essence of a true knight. In a moment of sheer bravery, Gawain accepted the challenge, aware that his fate hung in the balance. With each swing of his sword, the echoes of his actions reverberated through Camelot, reinforcing the ideals of knighthood. It was a reminder that the road to honor is often fraught with trials. Meanwhile, Arthur's heart remained heavy with thoughts of his kingdom. He often sought wisdom from the legendary Merlin, a wise wizard whose counsel guided him through the darkest of times. Their discussions, filled with riddles and prophecies, echoed through the halls, leaving an imprint on Arthur's heart. Merlin spoke of the strength found in unity and the power of true love. He reminded Arthur that both light and darkness exist in harmony, and to embrace both is to understand the world better. With these thoughts, Arthur prepared his heart and mind for the challenges that lay ahead, seeking to protect Camelot at all costs. As the seasons changed, so did the tales of Camelot. Festivals blossomed throughout the land, celebrating bravery and love. The knights participated in tournaments, their armor shining in the sun, showcasing their skills and valor. Each victory was a testament to their dedication, inspiring future generations to dream of chivalry. However, in the backdrop of these joyful celebrations, Morgana's influence grew stronger. She manipulated the hearts of those around her, sowing discord among the knights. Whispers of betrayal began to seep into the air, threatening the unity that Arthur fought so hard to maintain. Burdened by doubt, Sir Lancelot found himself torn between loyalty to Arthur and his love for Guinevere. He wandered the quiet woods, seeking solace and clarity. Each step he took echoed his inner turmoil as he pondered the consequences of his heart's desires. As he reached a tranquil clearing, he encountered a shimmering pool of water reflecting the stars above. Here he found a moment of peace, the gentle ripples echoing the beating of his heart. In this stillness, he realized that love and loyalty need not be enemies, but rather companions on his journey. Meanwhile, Queen Guinevere felt the weight of her own heart. As the sun set, painting the sky in hues of orange and violet, she sat in her garden, surrounded by roses. Their fragrance filled the air, reminding her of the love she cherished and the obligations she faced. Guinevere's mind wandered to the Knights of the Round Table and their unwavering support for Arthur. She knew that her love for Lancelot was a secret that could unravel the very fabric of their fellowship. Yet, the heart often seeks what it desires, regardless of the consequences. In the heart of Camelot, Arthur sensed the growing tension. He called upon his knights to gather for a council, hoping to address the whispers of discontent that plagued their realm. As his trusted companions assembled, he felt the weight of leadership heavy upon his shoulders. With each knight sharing their thoughts, the air crackled with emotion. They spoke of loyalty, love, and the trials they faced. Arthur listened intently, his heart swelling with pride for the courage shown by his friends. Their commitment to one another illuminated the path forward, even in dark times. As the council concluded, Arthur proposed a grand quest to unite their spirits. He suggested a journey to the mystical Isle of Avalon, a place said to hold the secrets of peace and healing. The knights eagerly accepted, their hearts rekindled with hope and purpose as they prepared for the adventure ahead. As dawn broke, the knights set forth on their journey, the sun casting golden rays upon their path. Each step brought them closer to Avalon, where legends hinted at the power of renewal. With laughter and camaraderie, they rode, their hearts united in purpose as they left Camelot behind. However, Morgana, watching from the shadows, felt her plans slipping away. Determined to create chaos, she conjured a mist that enveloped the knights, leading them astray. The once clear path to Avalon became obscured, mirroring the confusion in their hearts. In the midst of the swirling mist, the knights began to feel doubt creeping into their hearts. The bonds of friendship felt strained as each knight questioned their purpose and loyalty. Yet, amidst the uncertainty, the voice of Sir Gawain rose above the rest, reminding them of their shared journey. His words resonated deeply, sparking a flame of unity among the knights. They held on to the strength of their friendship, weaving together a tapestry of hope that cut through the mist. Each shared memory and laugh became a beacon of light, guiding them forward. As the mist receded, the knights discovered a hidden path lined with ancient trees. The beauty of the land around them filled their hearts anew, reigniting their spirit for adventure. It was a reminder that even in darkness, there is always a way back to the light. With renewed determination, the knights journeyed on, each step echoing their commitment to Camelot. They shared stories of their past quests, laughter echoing through the trees, and as they rode, the bonds of brotherhood grew stronger. Each knight's heart beat in rhythm with the others, united in purpose. Finally, they reached the shores of Avalon, where the shimmering waters reflected the beauty of the sky. The air was thick with magic, and each knight felt a sense of tranquility wash over them. Here, they would seek the wisdom of the ancients, hoping to mend the fractures that had begun to appear within their fellowship. As they stepped into the waters, a soft glow enveloped them. The legends told of a sacred spring that could heal both body and spirit. One by one, the knights dipped their hands into the water, feeling its coolness and purity wash away their doubts and fears. With each moment spent in the embrace of Avalon, the knights found clarity in their hearts. They remembered their oaths of loyalty, their commitment to one another, and the love that defined their journeys. Inspired by the serenity, they pledged to return to Camelot with renewed strength. As night fell upon Avalon, a gentle breeze whispered through the trees, carrying tales of the past. The stars twinkled like the eyes of ancient watchers, reminding the knights that their stories were part of a greater tapestry, woven through time and destiny. With the dawn of a new day, the knights prepared to leave Avalon, their hearts filled with hope and wisdom. They understood that their journey was far from over, and the challenges awaiting them back in Camelot would require all the strength they had gathered. But they were ready to face whatever lay ahead together. And so, dear listener, as the tales of Arthurian legends weave through your dreams, let the echoes of chivalry and love cradle you to sleep. Remember that, like the Knights of Camelot, you too possess the courage to face your own challenges. May you find peace and comfort in the stories of the past, guiding you to a tranquil night. As dawn broke over Camelot, the knights found themselves summoned by King Arthur. With a gentle hand, he raised his sword, Excalibur, reminding them of their oath to protect the realm. Each knight's heart swelled with pride and purpose as they gathered in the great hall, eager to embark on another quest for honor and glory. The quest this time was to retrieve the fabled Holy Grail, said to grant everlasting peace to its bearer. It was a journey that would test their valor and wisdom. As they prepared, whispers of an ancient prophecy echoed, hinting that the one who truly deserved the Grail would be revealed through their deeds. Sir Lancelot, known for his unmatched skill and bravery, stepped forward to lead the expedition. His heart, however, was burdened by a secret love for Queen Guinevere. As the knights set forth, Lancelot felt the weight of his dual loyalties to his king and his heart's desire. The journey led them through enchanted lands, filled with strange creatures and trials that tested their very souls. They faced the fearsome beasts of the forest, each encounter a lesson in bravery and teamwork. As they fought side by side, bonds of friendship strengthened among the knights. After days of travel, the knights came to a shimmering lake, guarded by the Lady of the Lake. She held the key to the next part of their quest. With grace and wisdom, she spoke of trials that lay ahead, urging them to remain true to their hearts and intentions. Each knight stepped forward to present their pledge to the lady, vowing to uphold justice and honor. Sir Gawain, known for his unwavering loyalty, spoke passionately about the importance of serving others. His words resonated deeply, echoing the values that bound them as knights. The lady bestowed upon them enchanted tokens, symbols of their commitment to the quest. With renewed spirits, they ventured onward, knowing that the path ahead would challenge them in ways they could not foresee. Each was determined to rise above their fears and doubts. As night fell, the knights set up camp under a starlit sky. Stories were shared of past challenges, laughter mingling with the crackling of the fire. In these moments of camaraderie, they remembered their purpose and the bonds that tied them as brothers in arms. Yet, Lancelot's heart was heavy, for he dreamt of Guinevere, her face illuminated by the campfire's glow. In his dreams, he saw her standing at the gates of Camelot, waiting for him. This longing fueled his resolve, but also clouded his mind with doubt. As dawn arrived, the knights continued their journey across the rugged terrain. They encountered a bridge guarded by a mysterious hermit, who demanded a riddle be answered. This test was not just a measure of wit, but a deeper reflection of their hearts and intentions. One by one, the knights attempted to solve the riddle, each answer revealing their character and values. Lancelot, inspired by his love for Guinevere, answered with sincerity, understanding that true wisdom lies in love and compassion. The hermit smiled, having seen their determination and unity. He granted them passage, reminding them that the true quest for the Grail was not just a physical journey, but an exploration of their own hearts. With gratitude, they thanked him and continued onward. As they approached a dark forest known as the Woods of Woe, a sense of foreboding enveloped them. This place was rumored to test the will of even the bravest knights. Together, they held on to the bond forged through their trials, ready to face whatever awaited them. Within the forest, they encountered illusions that threatened to break their spirits. Each knight faced their greatest fears made manifest, yet they learned to support one another, drawing strength from their camaraderie and shared purpose. Emerging from the woods, they found themselves at the edge of a vast, shimmering lake, said to be the resting place of the Holy Grail. Its waters sparkled under the sunlight, reflecting their hopes and desires, yet it remained just beyond their reach. Standing at the water's edge, the knights felt a mixture of awe and trepidation. They knew that the final test awaited them. It was not just about claiming the Grail, but proving themselves worthy of its blessings through selflessness and courage. As they prepared to cross the water, a gentle mist enveloped them, whispering tales of the knights who had come before. They remembered those who had sacrificed everything for the quest, their spirits guiding them forward and reminding them of the nobility of their cause. With newfound resolve, they stepped onto the surface of the water, which felt solid beneath their feet. This miraculous moment was a testament to their unity and faith. Each knight felt the warmth of hope enveloping them as they progressed toward their destiny. Upon reaching the center of the lake, they saw a beautiful vessel adorned with gold and jewels, cradling the Holy Grail. It glowed with an otherworldly light, illuminating their faces with a sense of wonder and reverence. As the knights gazed upon the Grail, they knew that their journey was far from over. Each lesson learned, every trial faced, had prepared them for what lay ahead. So let these stories of courage and love lull you into sweet dreams, dear listener, as you journey through the echoes of chivalry and love. As the knights departed from the sacred site of the Grail, whispers of destiny filled the air. Each knight, now bound by purpose, began to traverse through enchanted forests, with sunlight filtering through the leaves like golden threads. The path ahead was cloaked in mystery, yet their hearts were steadfast, driven by love and honor. In the heart of the woods, they encountered a wise old hermit whose eyes sparkled with knowledge of ancient secrets. He spoke of trials that lay ahead, testing their hearts and souls, urging them to remain true to their vows. His words echoed in their minds, guiding their footsteps forward. As they ventured deeper, the knights found themselves amidst a beautiful glade where a shimmering lake reflected the sky. It was here that they shared stories of their past, recounting moments of bravery and love that had shaped their identities. Each tale strengthened their bonds, forging brotherhood amidst uncertainty. However, lurking beyond the trees was the shadowy figure of Morgana, a sorceress with a heart as dark as the night. She observed the knights, waiting for the moment to strike, for she too desired the power of the Grail. Her deceptive charms could lead even the noblest astray, and her eyes glistened with cunning mischief. Morgana crafted illusions, distorting the views of the knights, enticing them with visions of grandeur and glory. In this moment of temptation, the knights faced their greatest trial. Not only must they resist her charm, but also confront their deepest fears and desires. It was a battle of wills, both within and without. Among them was Sir Lancelot, whose heart longed for the love of Guinevere. As the illusions swirled around him, he felt an overwhelming urge to abandon the quest for the Grail, captivated by the thought of love and happiness. But he remembered the vows of chivalry that held him steadfast. With a surge of clarity, Lancelot rejected Morgana's illusions, and his resolve inspired the others. Unity triumphed over temptation, as they all reaffirmed their commitment to the quest. Together, they stepped further into the unknown, buoyed by a renewed sense of purpose and camaraderie. Their journey continued, leading them to Camelot, the majestic castle where their king, Arthur, awaited. As they entered through the grand gates, the light of the setting sun cast a golden hue upon the stone walls, a sight that filled their hearts with warmth and hope. In the grand hall of Camelot, King Arthur welcomed his knights with open arms. Proud of their bravery, he recounted tales of his own adventures, reminding them that every champion faced trials and tribulations. As they gathered around the round table, they felt the strength of unity and shared dreams. Amidst the laughter and camaraderie, the knights spoke of the vision they had encountered on their journey. King Arthur listened intently, his brow furrowing in contemplation. He sensed that Morgana's dark influence still lingered, and they needed to prepare for the trials that awaited them ahead. As they shared their concerns, the atmosphere shifted, becoming heavy with an unspoken tension. It was clear that the journey for the Grail would not just be a quest for an object, but a test of their very souls. Arthur reminded them that true honor lay not in victory, but in the choices they made along the way. The knights vowed to honor their commitments and support one another through the challenges that lay ahead. With hearts filled with determination, they left Camelot once more, embarking on a path that led them toward destiny and dreams yet unrealized. Each step resonated with the echoes of chivalry and love. Their journey led them to a valley where the air was thick with magic and mystery. It was said that the valley was home to the Lady of the Lake, a figure of great power who had the ability to grant wisdom and guidance to those deemed worthy. Hope blossomed in their hearts. As they approached the shimmering waters, the knights could feel a palpable energy in the air. They knelt before the lake, calling out to the lady, who emerged from the depths with grace and wisdom. Her presence radiated calm, as if the very essence of serenity flowed through her. The Lady of the Lake spoke in a melodious voice, sharing prophecies and visions of what lay ahead. She emphasized the importance of love, loyalty, and sacrifice, reminding them that the path to the Grail would require more than bravery. It would demand the purest of hearts. Enlightened by her words, the knights felt a deeper connection to their quest. Their resolve strengthened. They pledged to uphold the values of honor, friendship, and love as they journeyed forward. With every step, they carried the essence of the lady's wisdom with them. As they bid farewell to the Lady of the Lake, a gentle mist enveloped them, a sign of her blessing. With spirits high, they ventured towards the next leg of their journey. The sun began to rise, casting rays of light over the horizon, promising new beginnings. Little did they know that Morgana was watching from afar, planning her next move. Consumed by jealousy, she plotted to undermine their noble quest, intent on proving that darkness could prevail over light. Her heart twisted with every step the knights took closer to the Grail. The journey continued, leading the knights to a village plagued by despair. The townsfolk spoke of a dragon that had ravaged their homes, and the knights knew they must intervene. This was not just a quest for the Grail, it was a chance to bring hope back to those who had lost it. Upon hearing their plight, the knights rallied together, their spirits ignited by a desire to help. They crafted a plan, combining their strengths to face the beast. With bravery ignited in their hearts, they set off toward the lair of the dragon, knowing that unity would guide them. As they approached the dragon's lair, the air grew tense and heavy. The ground trembled beneath their feet, echoing the presence of the beast. Yet they held firm, recalling the lessons learned from the Lady of the Lake, and their hearts swelled with courage to face the formidable foe. The dragon emerged from the shadows, its scales glimmering like jewels, eyes blazing with fury. A fierce roar erupted, shaking the very earth. Yet, instead of fear, the knights felt determination, understanding that their fight was not just for victory, but for the lives of those who depended on them. In a display of valor, Sir Lancelot charged forward, his sword raised high. The other knights followed suit, each invoking the spirit of chivalry that united them. With every swing and parry, they fought not only for their survival, but to restore hope to the villagers watching from afar. The battle raged on, and just as the dragon unleashed its fiery breath, the knights combined their strength. Sir Gawain, with finesse and skill, found an opening, striking true. It was a moment of synergy, a dance of valor and precision that showcased their unwavering bond. With one final strike, they triumphed over the beast, and the village erupted in cheers of joy. The knights stood together, weary yet victorious, understanding that their journey was not just about finding the Grail, but about the lives they touched along the way. The knights were hailed as heroes, and gratitude filled the air. They took a moment to rest, sharing laughter and tales with the villagers. In this moment of camaraderie, they recognized that love and friendship were as vital as the quest itself, weaving a tapestry of memories they would cherish. As they prepared to leave, the village gifted them tokens of appreciation, symbols of hope and gratitude. Each knight received a charm that represented the heart of the village, a reminder that their journey impacted lives beyond their own, adding depth to their quest for the Grail. With renewed purpose, they continued their journey, heading toward the distant mountains where the Grail was said to rest. The landscapes shifted around them, from vibrant valleys to rocky peaks, each step echoing the growth they had undergone since the quest began. As they climbed higher, the air grew colder, a reflection of the challenges that awaited them. Yet their spirits remained warm, fueled by their shared experiences and the bonds they had forged. The journey had transformed them, molding them into something greater than themselves. At the summit, they discovered a breathtaking view of the realms below, a tapestry of land woven with rivers and forests. In that moment, they paused to appreciate the journey they had undertaken, realizing that every trial had prepared them for the path ahead. However, Morgana's dark magic lingered still, manifesting as a thick fog that enveloped the summit. It whispered doubts and fears into their minds, attempting to sway them from their purpose. Yet, the unity they built remained strong, serving as a shield against her deception. In this moment of uncertainty, Lancelot recalled the words of the Lady of the Lake, which reminded them of the power within their hearts. They held hands, forming a circle, and channeled their intent, dispelling the fog with the strength of their love and friendship. With the fog cleared, they pressed on, their resolve strengthened. As they descended the mountain, they found themselves at the entrance of a hidden cave, rumored to be the resting place of the Grail. The air was thick with anticipation, and they felt the weight of destiny upon their shoulders. With hearts pounding, they crossed the threshold into the cave. The darkness enveloped them, but their spirits remained bright, fueled by the hope of what lay ahead. They could hear faint echoes, perhaps whispers of those who had sought the Grail before them. As they ventured further, they discovered ancient markings on the walls, depicting the stories of past heroes who had sought the Grail. Each image told of courage, love, and sacrifice, reminding the knights of the path they had chosen and the legacy they wished to create. Finally, they arrived in a cavern bathed in ethereal light. At its center rested the Holy Grail, adorned with jewels that shimmered like stars. The sight took their breath away, a symbol of all they had fought for, the culmination of their journey and the embodiment of their dreams. Yet, as they approached, a voice echoed through the cavern, a warning against greed and ambition. The spirit of the Grail spoke of the true meaning of the quest, not just the finding, but the journey and the lives changed along the way. The knights paused, absorbing the wisdom. Understanding the significance of the Grail's message, they realized that their journey had been about unity, love, and sacrifice. Each knight stepped forward, pledging to uphold these values, recognizing that true power lies in their hearts and the bonds they shared. With their promises spoken, the Grail began to glow even brighter, recognizing their sincerity. As they reached for it, the cavern filled with a warm light, enveloping them in a gentle embrace. They felt a profound connection not only to each other but to the very essence of the world around them. In that sacred moment, they understood that the Grail was not merely an object to be possessed, but a representation of their journey, embodying every lesson learned and heart touched along the way. With gratitude, they took what they had gained: wisdom, love, and a deeper understanding of themselves. Having embraced the true essence of the Grail, the knights emerged from the cave, transformed and enlightened. They knew that their journey was far from over, as they carried the lessons of bravery, loyalty, and love in their hearts. The world awaited their next adventure. As they made their way back toward Camelot, the sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. Each knight felt the weight of their experiences, understanding that the true quest was about the relationships formed and the lives touched along the way. Upon returning, the people of Camelot greeted them with joyous cheers and gratitude. The knights shared their stories, not just of the Grail, but of the villagers they had saved and the lessons learned. Their hearts swelled with pride, for they had truly lived the values of chivalry. In the Grand Hall, King Arthur expressed his pride in their accomplishments, emphasizing that the true measure of a knight lay in the love and compassion they showed to others. The knights nodded in agreement, united in their commitment to uphold these virtues, not just as warriors, but as men of honor. And so, the knights continued to share their tales, weaving together the stories of their adventures. Each narrative became a thread in the tapestry of their lives, a reminder that every heart touched and every challenge faced had shaped their identities. They understood that love and chivalry would guide them forward. As the night deepened and the stars twinkled above Camelot, the knights found peace in the bonds they had forged. With hearts filled with hope and dreams of new adventures, they settled into a gentle slumber, ready to dream of the echoes of chivalry and love that would forever guide their paths. As dawn broke over Camelot, the first rays of sunlight painted the castle in hues of gold. The knights awoke, feeling refreshed and ready to embrace the day ahead. With a sense of purpose, they gathered in the great hall, eager to discuss their next adventures. King Arthur, his countenance regal and wise, addressed his loyal knights. He spoke of a distant land, where shadows threatened the peace they had fought so hard to maintain. The knights listened intently, their hearts racing at the thought of new challenges. Sir Lancelot, ever courageous and noble, stepped forward to volunteer for the quest. His heart was as brave as his sword was sharp. He knew that facing danger was not just about valor, but about protecting those he loved. The knights rallied around Lancelot, pledging their swords and loyalty to join him. Each knight embarked on this mission not just for glory, but to honor the bonds of friendship that had grown over many adventures. As they set out from Camelot, the knights felt a sense of excitement and anticipation. The journey ahead promised not only challenges, but the chance to strengthen their camaraderie under the vast, open sky. The path they traveled led them through enchanted forests where ancient trees whispered secrets of old. Each rustle of leaves invoked tales of love and valor, guiding them forward on their noble quest. As night fell, the knights set up camp, the crackling fire illuminating their faces. They shared stories of past exploits, laughter mingling with the sounds of the forest, creating a magical bond under the starlit sky. In the flickering firelight, Lancelot spoke of his love for Guinevere, recounting moments of tenderness and bravery. His words hung in the air, mingling with the scent of the evening, tugging at the hearts of all who listened. The knights reflected on their own loves, each tale weaving a tapestry of affection and sacrifice. In that moment, they understood that chivalry was not just a code, but a way of life, rooted in deep emotional connections. As the fire crackled softly, they gazed at the stars, each one a symbol of a knight's journey. The vastness of the night sky reminded them of the dreams yet to be fulfilled and the legacies they wished to leave behind. The following day, the knights ventured deeper into the heart of the land, where they encountered a village in despair. Dark forces loomed over it, and the cries for help resonated in their hearts, stirring their sense of duty. With unwavering resolve, the knights pledged to protect the innocent and restore peace. They devised a plan, combining their strengths and skills, ready to confront the darkness threatening the village. As they prepared for battle, the knights reflected on their values. Honor, loyalty, and love were their guiding stars. Illuminating the path ahead, each knight felt the weight of their oaths draping over them like a cloak. The battle commenced with a clash of swords, and the roar of adventure echoing through the air. The knights fought valiantly, their hearts beating as one, driven by the spirit of chivalry and the hope of a brighter tomorrow. In the heat of battle, Sir Lancelot found himself face to face with the Dark Leader, a figure cloaked in shadows. Their eyes locked, and in that moment, Lancelot felt the weight of his love for Guinevere guiding his every move. With every strike, Lancelot fought not just for victory, but for the love he held dear. Memories of Guinevere's smile flashed through his mind, igniting a fire within him that propelled him forward with unwavering determination. As the battle raged on, the knights found strength in their unity. Each knight fought valiantly, inspired by the tales of bravery shared by their comrades, and together they pushed back the darkness that threatened to consume the village. With a final, resounding clash, Lancelot struck down the Dark Leader, a surge of relief washing over him. The shadows receded, and light returned to the village, bringing hope to all who witnessed the bravery. The village erupted in cheers, gratitude filling the air as the knights were hailed as heroes. They shared in the joy of the villagers, knowing their bonds had grown even stronger through this shared experience. As the sun began to set, the knights realized their quest had not only brought peace, but had deepened their friendships. They gathered once more around the fire, sharing stories of triumph and the bonds they had forged in battle. In the warmth of the firelight, Lancelot spoke of the importance of love and friendship in their journey. The knights nodded in agreement, understanding that these were their true treasures, worth more than any victory. As the stars twinkled above, the knights made a pact to cherish their friendships and uphold the values of chivalry in all their future endeavors. They knew that together, they could face any challenge that lay ahead. The next morning, the knights prepared to return to Camelot. their hearts light and spirits high. Each of them carried with them not just memories of adventure, but a renewed sense of purpose and commitment to one another. As they rode through the countryside, the beauty of nature surrounding them, they reflected on their journey. Each hill and valley was a reminder of the adventures they had shared and the friendships that had blossomed along the way. Upon arriving at Camelot, the knights were welcomed with open arms. The castle buzzed with excitement and joy, celebrating their safe return and the stories of bravery they brought back with them. King Arthur awaited them in the great hall, pride shining in his eyes. He listened intently as the knights recounted their adventures, his heart swelling with admiration for their courage and loyalty. As the evening progressed, a grand feast was held in honor of the returning knights. Laughter and music filled the hall, creating an atmosphere of joy and camaraderie that enveloped everyone present. During the feast, Lancelot caught Guinevere's eye across the room. Their shared glance spoke volumes, conveying unspoken emotions and the deep bond that had only grown stronger during their trials. After the feast, the knights gathered around a roaring fire, recounting tales of their adventures. Each story added another layer to the tapestry of their shared experiences, strengthening their friendship even further. As the night deepened, Arthur raised his cup in gratitude to his knights. He praised their bravery and loyalty, reminding them that their bonds were the true essence of Camelot's strength. The knights felt a warmth spread through them as they recognized the truth in Arthur's words. They understood that their journey was not just a quest for glory, but a testament to the power of friendship and love. As the fire crackled softly, the knights allowed themselves to dream. They envisioned new quests and adventures yet to come, their hearts filled with anticipation for the future. In the days that followed, the knights trained and prepared for whatever lay ahead. Each practice session was infused with laughter and camaraderie, a celebration not just of their skills, but of their bonds. One evening, as dusk settled over Camelot, Lancelot found a quiet moment with Guinevere. They took a stroll through the gardens, surrounded by blooming flowers and the sweet scent of night blossoms. In the tranquility of the garden, they shared their dreams and fears. Guinevere spoke of her hopes for Camelot, while Lancelot expressed his unwavering commitment to protect her and their kingdom. Their conversation flowed effortlessly, as if the very air around them had woven their hearts together. In that moment, they felt invincible, cherished by love and guided by the echoes of chivalry. As the night deepened, they promised to always support each other, no matter the challenges that came. Their hearts beat in unison, a promise of love and loyalty that would withstand the test of time. In the days that followed, the atmosphere in Camelot was filled with hope and renewed energy. The knights trained with even more determination, inspired by the love that surrounded them. One fateful day, a mysterious traveler arrived at Camelot, bearing tales of a new threat looming beyond the horizon. The knights gathered once more, ready to face whatever challenges awaited them. The travelers spoke of dark forces rising in distant lands, threatening the peace they had fought to protect. The knights listened closely, their resolve hardening with each word spoken. Realizing the urgency of the situation, King Arthur called for a council. The knights gathered once again in the great hall, ready to devise a plan to confront the emerging threat. As they strategized, Lancelot felt a sense of déjà vu. The weight of their previous battles lingered in the air, reminding them of the strength they had drawn from one another in times of conflict. With their plan in place, the knights prepared for battle once more. They knew that their strength lay not only in their swords, but in the bonds of friendship and love that had guided them thus far. As they rode out towards the horizon, the sun setting behind them, they felt a mix of fear and courage. The echoes of their past adventures reverberated in their hearts, reminding them of what was at stake. When they arrived at the enemy's stronghold, the knights formed a united front. Together, they charged into battle, their hearts ablaze with the values they had upheld since the beginning of their journey. In the heat of battle, Lancelot's focus sharpened. He fought fiercely, dodging and parrying, every swing of his sword a tribute to his love for Guinevere and the sacrifices made for Camelot's peace. Their combined strength turned the tide of battle. The knights pressed forward, embodying the spirit of chivalry, love, and unity. The dark forces began to falter, unable to withstand their unwavering resolve. With a final surge, the knights overwhelmed the enemy stronghold. Victory was theirs, and they stood together, hearts full, knowing they had protected not just Camelot, but each other. As they returned to Camelot, the sun rose high, casting a golden glow on their journey. The knights realized that every challenge they faced had shaped them into the heroes they had become. Back in Camelot, they were greeted as champions. The villagers celebrated their bravery, and the bond between the knights deepened, forged in the fires of battle and strengthened by love. As the celebrations continued, Lancelot and Guinevere found a moment alone. They spoke of their journey together, reflecting on the strength of their love and the adventures yet to unfold. Their hearts intertwined. Lancelot promised to always protect Guinevere, no matter the trials ahead. He understood that their love was a beacon, lighting the way through even the darkest of times. As dusk fell over Camelot, the knights gathered one last time to celebrate their journey. They shared stories of bravery, laughter, and the many lessons learned along the way, creating memories that would last a lifetime. In that moment, they understood that their adventures were not just about battles fought, but about the connections they had forged. These bonds of friendship and love would be their greatest legacy. As the fire waned and the stars twinkled overhead, the knights felt a deep sense of peace. They knew their stories would echo through time, inspiring future generations to embrace love and chivalry. With hearts full of hope and love, the knights looked to the horizon, knowing that whatever awaited them would be faced together. They had become legends in their own right, woven into the fabric of Camelot's history. And so, dear listener, as you drift into your own dreams, may the echoes of Arthurian legends guide you. Remember that love and friendship can conquer even the darkest of times. Sleep peacefully, knowing that your own adventures await as you journey through the night. Let the stories of bravery and chivalry inspire you as you rest. For in the world of dreams, you too can be a hero in your own tale. Good night, and may your dreams be filled with love and light.